I am Kym, and this here is Pigeon. Welcome. Thank you to the two of you who are tuned in right now. If you joined early and are foam rolling, feel free to continue to do so throughout the intro. You might also use this time to finish getting set up. I am a big fan of a variety of kinds of props, some soft, flexible props. Yoga mats work. I have these blankets. Folded towels also work. Some thicker props, such as pillows, and then stiffer props. I've got yoga blocks and a foam roller. Books and Tupperware also work well. I will not be playing music on my end of the camera, but you are welcome to on yours. The benefit of doing this practice on YouTube Live is not being able to watch each other, to be able to compare or judge, but to really focus on your own personal experience. Yet we've also know we are setting aside this time for this experience. We will begin with a short movement flow, followed by a seated meditation. Tonight we'll be doing 3 yin postures before a final relaxation. If the pose doesn't suit you, you are welcome to choose a different posture, exercise, or meditation as a substitute. And then there will also be time between yin postures for movement or stillness of your choice. During this time, there is no right position or correct alignment of traditional poses because there's no force applied and there is no progression goal. For each yin posture, I will demonstrate several different setups for you to feel lines of fascial tension. I'll begin with minimal props or no props and then add more props and variations. While I demonstrate, I really encourage you to use this time to explore different setups, different props, different options, even if you've done this many times before. And then after my demonstration, I'll return to a seated position to watch the time for 2 to 3 minutes. The position you land in should feel safe to release all muscular tension and effort while experiencing quiet sensations. This is a practice of patience, stillness, and subtlety. Let's begin. And as usual, moving pigeon first. So I'm going to start on a padded surface and on my shins. If you've got a lot of tightness in your ankles, you might want to have your ankles drop off the back of your padded surface. So the padded surface might be raised even more to lessen that angle. So starting on my shins, I'm going to sit my hips back towards my heels until you feel a gentle stretch in the tops of your ankles, shins, and possibly knees. You might stop anywhere that feels best for you. Take a deep breath. And then I'm going to lean forward, place my hands on the floor, tuck my toes. And then again, just sitting back, waiting pressure until you feel a stretch between your big toe and your heel. Stretching the sole of your foot. Again, stopping wherever it feels like a satisfyingly gentle stretch, wherever that is for you. And we're going to flow between these two positions, taking one full breath once you've reached your stretch. Moving at your own pace. Taking another round or two. And then from this position with my toes tucked, I'm going to begin by lifting my knees off the ground, dropping my heels towards the floor, rounding my back, letting my head round. Fingers can stay on the ground, and your heels might come to the ground, or maybe your heels don't come to the ground. Maybe your heels come to the ground, but you're a little more lifted off. Leaving your hands on the ground for balance, but getting a stretch along the spine, and the back of the heels, and the glutes. And then I'm going to gently let the knees come to the ground, and I'm going to find length in my spine to open my chest, arch in the back. I'm going to inhale here, and then exhale, contracting the abs, pressing into the ground, reaching long, rounding the spine, sitting back. Inhale, dropping the knees, arching the back, opening the chest. Exhale, contracting in the abs, closing in the chest, rounding in the back. And then flowing between these two positions at your own pace. Taking another round or two. Ending in this squat. Staying in your deep squat. Exhaling here. Inhaling, one hand stays on the ground and reaching up towards the sky. And then both hands on the ground. Exhale. Inhale, open up other side. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, opening the chest. Flowing at your own pace, with your own breath. Taking another round or two. And then when you're ready, reaching your heels into the ground, extending the legs, letting the legs stay at a soft bend, head hanging, looking between your knees, or eyes can be gently closed. Exhaling here, inhaling, reaching through the back of the legs, reaching through the spine, crown of the head reaching forward. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, lengthening. Flowing between these two positions on your own breath. Each inhale, feeling strength in the back of the legs and along the spine. Taking another round or so. And when you're ready, gently coming to the ground, your own time, finding a neutral place. We'll get ready for our meditation. In our meditation, you want to sit in a really neutral, comfortable place. So if you have a chair nearby, it's great to sit in a chair with your feet flat on the ground and your spine tall. If you want to stay on the ground, you can sit cross-legged with your legs extended out in various positions, or legs folded back. If you're on the ground, I highly recommend propping yourself up. You can prop yourself up with something small and soft or something thicker. Whatever you choose. You want to, being propped up, alleviate some of the pressure in hips, knees, and ankles. So whatever you choose, just allowing yourself to be padded and propped so that you can really feel tall in the spine. Getting yourself settled, making those adjustments. Palms down, up, or clasped in your lap. Eyes closed, or a soft, steady gaze on the floor in front of you. Settling into stillness. Allowing yourself to put aside the other aspects of your day and of your life. You can pick them up later. Bring your awareness to your breath. Becoming intimately aware of the sensation of your breath. How air feels moving in and out. Of the rhythm of your breath. Of how your breath moves your body. Now imagine two beams of white light. Two beams of white light, inhaling them through your nostrils. They converge at your midbrain. Exhale, light travels down your spine, rooting into the floor. Inhale, two beams of white light converging at your midbrain. Exhale, light travels down your spine, rooting you into the floor. Gently lengthen and deepen your breath. And nod your chin towards your chest. Opening your eyes, reintroducing movement, rolling your shoulders, rolling wrists, maybe some side bends or some twists. And we'll get ready for our first yin posture. Which, Pigeon, I'm very sorry. I'm going to want at least one of those blankets. Can I maybe sneak this away from you? Ugh. There we go. Rule number 1, don't disturb your fuzzy prop. Okay. So, I'm going to lie down on my back. And lying on my back, I am going to take my legs and walk them off to my right. And I might leave my legs parallel, or I might stack one ankle over the other. And then I'm going to take my shoulders and shimmy them over to my right, creating a long line of fascial tension, that connective tissue tension, from my left ribs through my left hip down through the outside of my left thigh, knee, ankle. And I want to get this side of my body. It's important that both hips stay on the ground. I've gone too far if the hip starts to roll off the ground. And then I might just stay here, or I might take this left arm and slide it up and get an increase the line up into the armpit area. And I might choose to change the angle of my head. And then I might choose various props. So if the pressure on my ankle or my heel is too intense, I might choose to put padding underneath that ankle. On the other hand, I might not like the sliding. So I might choose a sticky surface so that my heel stays in place. I might choose to leave my arm just on the floor, but I might prefer to give it a little support. And then this knee might choose to have a little support. And I might choose support underneath my neck, or more padding underneath my arm. Various places we can have support to feel comfortable, to feel that you're not sliding in or out of a position that doesn't feel right. As you get set up, as you experiment with your props, you want to feel that it's comfortable to stay, comfortable to let go of tension. If you've gone too far or not enough, you'll be tempted to use muscular holding to either protect you from going too far, or to use muscular holder to push you further. Neither you want. This is a practice where we let go of that muscular effort so that you can, with time and patience, feel the connective tissue in your body and let that have a chance to get the message that it is safe to be not protected, that it is safe. Letting go of any final adjustments, settling into stillness. There is no need to try to create change. Sensations will change on their own. Allow them to. Without any effort, simply observe the changes in sensation within your body. Scanning for any place where there's residual tension, chronic tension, tension creeping back in, and with each breath, letting it go. Gently lengthen and deepen your breath. And then gently in your own time, when you're ready, coming out one piece at a time, uncrossing ankles, letting your head roll the other way. And then when you're ready, just taking your transition time, you might choose to lie in a neutral place and simply observe the changes, or you might choose more active counter pose, maybe a bridge, reach the legs up, do some twists. Swishing knees side to side. Petting my fuzzy prop. And then when you're ready, setting up the other side, starting from a neutral place, walking my feet off to my left, perhaps leaving them there or crossing right over left, shimmying my shoulders off to my left, and then perhaps adjusting my neck or this shoulder, changing the angle of my elbow. Oh, no, pigeon. And then propping underneath heel, underneath the knee, underneath the neck, the arm, the shoulder. So you adjust your props. Recognize that this side might need something entirely different. And then making any final adjustments, settling into stillness. With each breath, giving your body permission to stop trying, to stop fighting, that it is safe, to feel supported by the floor, to feel supported by your props, to let your muscles simply hang off of your bones. Distractions are normal. Distractions might come from my end of the camera, or from your environment, or from within you. Thoughts, feelings, physical sensations. Allow yourself to observe them, but not follow them. Always coming back to your breath. Gently lengthening and deepening your breath. Oh. And then using these breaths to help you come out of the posture. And taking any transition that calls to you. Might simply be lying in stillness. Or you might take more active counter movement. And then when you're ready, we'll be getting ready for our next yin posture. So, just bring these a little closer to me. For our next yin posture, we've got a lot of different options. So I'm going to have one leg in front and one leg back. I'm starting in this kneeling lunge position. You can really decide where you want to put the emphasis. So if I want a lot of emphasis in my the front of my back leg, in the sort of abdomen, hip flexor, quad, I'm going to stay in a more upright position with my torso. And then just allow this leg to sort of support and prop me to be in this upright position to feel stretch here. I might choose more emphasis in the front leg, in which case I might choose to lean forward quite a bit. Or I might choose to have the front leg folded quite tightly to get more into the foot and ankle. Or I might actually kick that leg out into a open knee position, extending out, and it's more like not quite the splits, but in that direction to get hamstring involvement. And again, I might choose to be more upright or to come forward. In any of these options, you might choose to have more propping. In this case, I can prop more underneath my heel so that I'm changing the angle between my toe, heel, and ankle here. I might choose propping for my forehead or my forearms. I might choose to prop underneath my thighs. Lots of options, and honestly many more than I can show you here. I've had clients who take a large yoga ball and wedge it up underneath them so that they can drape over the yoga ball and really feel supported from their thigh to their chest over a yoga ball. Chairs can also work in leaning on a chair higher up. So go ahead and keep figuring out, you can also lean up against something sideways so that you don't feel tippy on side to side. So go ahead and keep experimenting with what is going to feel good for you today. And now settling in. This can be a position where you feel a lot of resistance. Breathe in. Exhale that tension. What are you holding on to that is not necessary? That is not serving you? Where can you open up and find a little softness? Taking some deeper breaths. Using these breaths to very gently lift yourself up, unfold the leg, and you might choose to simply come to hands and knees and lie on your belly, or you might choose to come to hands and knees and roll through the spine. To do some downward dog. Or a child's pose. And then when you're ready, setting up the other side. So just to review, you might choose to be more upright in your torso, or you might choose to be more forward folded. For the front leg, you can choose a really compact, tight fold, and again, upright or more forward. You might choose to have that leg kick out. A variety of options there. Right, and you might choose to prop underneath the heel, underneath the thigh, underneath the forearms, the hands, the head. Prop in a variety of different ways. You might prop yourself simply so you feel more sturdy and less tippy. So really lots of ways to set up. You don't need to mimic the same thing you did on the first side. And then settling in. Scanning for those spots that you can breathe a little space into. Watching for where tension creeps back in, maybe in the jaw, or the fingers, the pelvis, or the shoulders. And then breathe ease into those spaces. Lengthen and deepen your breath. And when you're ready, gently coming out. Finding whatever movement or stillness calls to you. And then for one more yin posture, we're going to take one leg and fold it underneath you. You might choose the leg to be a diagonal back, or you might choose to bring the shin to more perpendicular or parallel with the front of your mat in this case. And then you might choose to be more upright in your position, or you might choose a more forward fold. In this case, you're looking for fascial tension in the thigh and hip of the front folded leg, inner thigh, outer hip. You might also feel something in the quad and the knee. And you might choose to get quite a lot of propping on either side of your hip. You might choose to prop the forehead or the forearms. You might choose the angle. I might angle off to one side slightly or the other. I might choose different propping for my head, or I might choose different positions for the arms. Finding different props, maybe underneath the belly. Different props that you might have in your own home. And then melting into the floor. Trusting yourself, trusting your body. Gently lengthen and deepen your breath. And using these breaths to help you gently lift up. And very slowly, it's very good to come out slowly, not only because the muscles have been told that they can turn off and you want to turn them on gradually, regain control, but also because it gives you a chance to explore this position in different ways. And then taking any other movement or stillness that calls to you. And then when you're ready, beginning to set up the other side, other leg, finding the angle, finding the lean, finding where you want to be in the position, what's going to feel like the right spot. Finding the props that are going to help support you. Knowing that this side does not need to match. And savoring this space. Gently lengthening and deepening your breath. Coming up slowly and gently. And then taking any transition or movement that calls to you. Anything you're going to need before our final relaxation. When you're ready, getting comfortable on your back, you might prop underneath your knees, maybe put a roll underneath the low back, roll some blanket underneath your neck, perhaps put a gentle cloth over your eyes. And then taking this time, lying down comfortably and easily, supported. Observe those changes in your body. To feel that softness and space. And with your body at ease, let your mind find ease in watching your breath. Watching your breath flow in and out as if it were a wave. Gently lengthening and deepening your breath. Feeling your breath expand both up toward the ceiling and into the floor. And then reintroducing movement, rolling wrists and ankles, spreading and squeezing fingers and toes. Perhaps reaching long and big before curling in tight as a ball. Rolling over to your side. Using your arms to help you sit up gently. And then we'll conclude with 3 breaths together. We'll inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Thank you to the 2 of you who joined me this evening. Please share your experience or your feedback, questions. You can do so in the chat of this live feed or email me, kym@zested.net. I'll also say that I know there are 2 of you who watched tonight, but I don't know who you are unless you actually say something in the chat, so feel free just to say hello. And then you're welcome to visit the website. You can join our mailing list there. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. And then lastly, we appreciate anything to show your support and your appreciation for this practice. Feel free to spread the word to get more people to join us. And you can also donate to paypal.me/zested. Anything from $1 to $15 is certainly appreciated. Thank you. Have a peaceful night. Pigeon, say hello.